This Horizon Forbidden West guide video will cover how to get and fully upgrade what is arguably the single strongest weapon in the game. Fair warning, you will have to go on an extravagant and arduous quest of your own making in the open world, but if you manage to follow through, you will be rewarded with a weapon that will absolutely destroy any machine you fight. As usual, useful timestamps can be found in the video description. First, you'll need to have reached the point in the main story when you unlock access to the base. This occurs immediately after the quest where you infiltrate Repair Bay Tau. From there, you'll need to make it all the way southwest to Thornmarsh. The hunting goods vendor there has an epic spike thrower, and all you'll need to purchase it is a Sunwing Circulator and a large machine core. It's not too impressive to start, but by the end of this video we'll have it at max level, putting out over 1,000 damage per spike. However, for this weapon to even start to shine, we're gonna need to upgrade it to level 3. For expediency's sake, let's cover all the components needed to purchase and upgrade this weapon to level 3, and then gather them all at once. And I'm only gonna focus on specific machine components because generic components like the various sizes of machine cores are pretty straightforward to get. The first upgrade will just require some of those generic components, so it's an easy first step. The second upgrade will require a Rollerback Hammertail and 3 Sunwing Shield Casters, and the third upgrade will require a Rollerback Circulator and 3 Shellsnapper Shell Bolts. So to start, we will need Sunwings, Rollerbacks, and Shellsnappers. Starting with the Sunwings and Rollerbacks, head northwest of Scalding Spear to find a Sunwing site and Rollerback site in close proximity. Starting with the Sunwings, they have a 50% chance to drop the 1 Circulator we need, but to get the Shield Casters, of which we need 3, you'll need to target the circular plates near the Sunwing's wings and break them off while it's still kicking. Personally, I used tear arrows to break off these components, but good aim with enough basic arrows should also get the job done. You can get 2 shield casters per Sunwing, so you'll need to take down a minimum of 2 Sunwings to get all the components required. A single Sunwing primary nerve will also be required for one of the thrower's later upgrades. This too has a chance to drop from any downed Sunwing, just like the Circulator. Once you've gotten the necessary parts from the Sunwings, stop by the campfire to save your game and then head north to the Rollerback site. There are 2 Rollerbacks here, so single one out and drag it away from the other to avoid a 2-on-1 fight. We need a Rollerback Circulator and Hammertail. The Circulator has a percentage chance of dropping from any Rollerback taken down, but for the tail, we'll need to specifically target and break off the tail with tear damage. This process is similar to getting the Sunwing Shield Casters. The final machine we'll need to locate for the time being is the Shellsnapper. There is a site for one just a short distance northwest of the base. You might not see the Shellsnapper when you first arrive at this location because it is hiding underground. However, once enough noise is made in clearing out other nearby machines, it should emerge to attack. We'll need 3 of the shell bolts off the Shellsnapper. You need to target the unshielded parts, clamping the shell on with tear damage. There are 2 shell bolts in the front and 4 in the back. The ones in the back are a bit harder to hit, but it is possible to get all 3 bolts required off a single Shellsnapper. With any luck, the Shellsnapper will also drop a Circulator when destroyed, which is needed for one of the thrower's later upgrades. Once you've rounded up all those parts, return to the hunting goods vendor in Thornmarsh. Purchase the thrower, then use the nearby workbench to upgrade it all the way to level 3. Upgrading it to level 3 will significantly increase the damage output of the first 2 ammo types and will also unlock the third ammo type, Advanced Explosive Spikes. These things are expensive to craft, but will absolutely destroy just about anything in a handful of shots. And there is also a crucial skill you can grab to maximize damage output and minimize the need to craft this expensive ammo. It's called Powershots, and it's the second Valor Surge skill in the Hunter skill tree. At 3rd level, it will give 5 boosted damage shots that do not consume ammo. In addition, activating this surge will also refill the ammo type currently selected. Using this Valor Surge judiciously will practically reduce the cost of advanced explosive spikes to zero, allowing you to destroy any machines in your path for literally nothing. Just use the advanced spikes until you run out, then wait till your Valor meter is full to use the Powershots surge ability with the advanced explosive spikes ammo type selected to completely refill its reserves and get 5 extremely strong shots for free. Having this skill will make this weapon much better and will make the next components much easier to acquire. It's important to emphasize that Powershots will only reload your selected ammo type when the Valor Surge bar is full, so don't use it until you completely top off your Valor meter if you want to get that free ammo. As you might expect, upgrading the Spike Holster ammo pouch allows Powershots to give even more ammo, making it even better. I wanted to include a guide on all the components for the Spike Thrower pouch upgrades, but this video is long enough as it is. Another quick tip, if you have around 1000 metal shards to spare, you can purchase 2 epic explosive damage coils from the hunting goods vendor that is located just north of the Memorial Grove. Slot them both into the level 3 thrower to boost its explosive damage output by a total of 24%. Now on to maxing out. Completely upgrading this weapon will require 2 Apex Stalker hearts and an Apex Behemoth heart, 8 Rockbreaker mining claws, and a Tideripper's primary nerve are also required. First up is the Apex hearts. These can only be obtained from Apex variants of their associated machine type. In our case, those types are Stalkers and Behemoths. Apex variants have a random chance to spawn in place of the standard variant, and they are more likely to appear at night. On screen, I'll show the 2 sites for the specific machine types that are closest to a shelter, where you can sit and wait until night. Conveniently enough, it's just south of the Memorial Grove. The process to getting these Apex hearts is to wait until night at the shelter, travel to and quicksave at the campfire nearest to the machine site that you need the Apex variant of, then finally go to that site and search for an Apex. They usually look a bit beefier than the non-Apex counterparts, and many will also have noticeable purple lights on them. You can also confirm an Apex by scanning it with your focus. If you don't find any Apex variants, you can load the last quicksave to try again at finding an Apex. I was able to find Apex variants of both the Behemoth and the Stalkers within a few tries. Once you find the Apex variant, use your level 3 thrower and the Powershots ability if necessary to destroy them, and then collect the hearts. 2 Apex Stalker hearts are required, so after getting the first one, return to the nearest campfire to quicksave and then go back for the second one. I went directly to the Stalker site from the shelter, but for the Behemoth I first quicksaved at the campfire nearby the Behemoth site. The next component on the list is the primary nerve from a Tideripper. A site for this machine can be found a short distance southwest of Thornmarsh. Stay near the coast as the Tideripper has a long range of detection, so it should notice and approach you for a fight on land. Overall, the Tideripper is pretty easy to take down as long as you have freeze weapons to brittle it up. Once it's brittle, hit it with explosive thrower spikes. Whether or not you use Powershots, they should make pretty quick work of it. And finally, we'll need Rockbreaker mining claws. Reaching a Rockbreaker site will require heading quite a bit south of the base, location shown on screen, and these machines are easily the winners of most annoying machine in Horizon Forbidden West. It will take patience, determination, good aim, and a decent bow with tear damage arrows to remove all 4 claws, at which point the Rockbreaker is substantially easier to finish off. And with the final thrower upgrade requiring 8 claws, this process will need to be done twice over. Make sure to load a quicksave if the Rockbreaker that spawns is an Apex. The normal variant of this machine is difficult enough. Also, it's a good idea to restock your items and quicksave in between fighting the 2 Rockbreakers. Now, if you manage to do all that, then congratulations, head to the nearest workbench to finish upgrading the thrower into a beast of a weapon that is extremely powerful under normal circumstances and can be juiced up with the Powershots Valor Surge to absolutely destroy even the toughest machines within about 5 explosive spikes. I've tested this weapon out pretty extensively, and regardless of what the machine is or where I hit it, it usually does 1500 damage or more with a single power shot spike. While you don't have to use this weapon in every scenario, it is definitely good to have it when you need it, and it's always fun to use. That's all I've got for this video. If you want to see more great content, you can head over to my channel, and if you're new, consider subscribing. You're helping me feed my cat. Her name's Marshmallow. Have a great day. If you're here today, have a great Sunday and a great week. And as always, thanks for watching.